Indifferent to doubt and to belief, away to the naked reals, a single shock. He showed the cord of mind that tied the earth hard and cast away the yoke of matter's law. Ashwati has by now the knowledge of the working of Purusha and Prakriti. They, in their vast pervasive cosmic operations, as much as in time-born processes. What is that knowledge which Ashwapati has now? It is Purusha, or being, or soul, who is standing behind the workings of nature, workings of Prakriti. He is supporting her. He is quietly watching over her, watching over her actions, a witness, a sakshi, also giving his sanction for her to execute what has been willed, and she in his will carrying out what has got to be done in the promotion of the twofold progress of the individual and the collective. He is Sakshi, he is giver of the sanction also, Anumanta, and it is in his will that she executes what has been willed by him. She is the executrix, and her work is twofold in the individual and in the cosmic working also. With this knowledge in the possession of Ashwapati, Ashwapati is set to explore the cosmic extensions both around him and climbing above into the bright realms of the spirit. Soul's release from the lower nature's bondage gives him the inner freedom, but then nature herself remains unchanged, unaffected. She can be an obstacle in his progress. This unregenerate nature can be an obstacle in his progress. Soul's release is not sufficient. He must also have the freedom from nature. His spirit must be free from nature's bondage. He can, of course, disregard her and get out of this creation. He can disappear into some far-off, cozy, comfortable, blissful world. But that is not the way to change things here, because nothing changes here by quitting this world of harsh and mortal realities. If the concern is for this mortal world, it is not by quitting the mortal world that the issue of the mortal world can be tackled. If things had to find their true authentic meaning here in this mortal world, it is here that the work must be done. The hold of Prakriti on Purusha has to go. The spirit has to have its expressive operative freedom. Ashwapati had this knowledge first. Perhaps he could be the first to have this knowledge among men. But that pride of place is not so important, being the first to have this knowledge of the working of Purusha and Prakriti. That is not such an important thing. What is important is what one is going to do with this secret knowledge, with this knowledge of the working of Purusha and Prakriti. Whosoever he be, he of course has to have this knowledge first. With this secret knowledge, the curtain of mind is lifted. Absolute sight enters into vision. With that sight, the occult cave is found. a door of entry is discovered. The tremendous gain is the depth of the soul's sight and vision. Here are spread wings of glory under which are brooded possibilities that are about to take birth, are about to emerge. Mind's doubt or disbelief ceases to exist, and rigid laws of matter are severed, they are set aside. Occult cave, mystic door, well of vision, wings of glory, they belong to the inner worlds of the soul. Stepping out of them is to be free of the cosmic nature.